Hey y'all, Lois with Ellie Grace's Attic here, and today I'm going to remake these old jars. I can't even tell you what was in them, but I'm recycling them, as you can see, into some patriotic jars for all of my patriotic, like red, white, and blue M&Ms and all the goodies. I usually keep a little snack section on my counter for the kids, and so I thought these would be fun to redo. So we're going to take the lids off of these. You can use any jar. I picked these because they were kind of tall, and I thought they kind of reminded me of firecrackers, but I didn't want to make a firecracker out of them, but still wanted to use the jar. So we're going to put these to the side and we're going to work on the lids. Now they're pretty like this, gold, but I really wanted to do a navy blue, and I'm also going to do a deep red. But the first thing we have to do, and you can do any colors, these are so easy to redo, is I'm just going to take a sanding block. This has been around the block a few times, no pun intended, but you can use a regular piece of sandpaper, and I'm just going to scuff up this lid just a little bit, just kind of give it a little roughness to it to help the paint stick a little better. Doesn't have to be, just a light sanding will do. Kind of get in there on the grooves, and you'll see where it kind of scuffed it up a little bit. I'm going to do the same thing with this one, and we'll get to painting. Just go over that really good until you can see some of the gold started coming off right there. That's what you want. You just want to see those scuff marks on it. Now that I have those nice and scuffed up, I'm just going to take a sponge brush and I'm going to get to painting. We'll start with the navy blue, dip it in there, and go ahead and get to painting. It's going to look worse before it looks better. Okay, it's going to take a few coats. Just go ahead and get the blue all over. Once you get the first coat on as best you can, get it all over. I don't really worry too much about the under part. You can hit that if you want, but I'm only going to do that once. Get it good and covered, put that down. We'll go with the red. Oh, this is so pretty. All right, and then I'm gonna get out my blow dryer and I'm gonna blow dry them, and then we'll reapply. All right, so we got that done. It took about 3 coats on there of each of these, and I dried with a blow dryer in between coats. You want to make sure that it's dry before you apply the next coat, otherwise you're just smearing paint. So we got those good and covered, and now I want to put toppers on them, okay? So I have these little stars. They came in a big pack, and I'll post a link in the comments for you guys if you want to get these, but you could use any star that you have. You just kind of have to make sure it's going to be proportionate with the top of your jar. So what we're headed for is it's going to sit on the top like this, almost like a knob. It's not going to be a functional little knob. It's just going to be a pretty little doodad. We'll still have to unscrew the jar to get into it. But I just thought this would be cute. Now, but you see this is thin, right? It's only like barely an eighth, if that, of an inch thick. So I grabbed 3 of them, and what we're going to do is we're going to stack them together, sandwich them together like that. So we've got a thicker star that'll stand up a little easier. Okay, so what we're going to do is get our hot glue gun. Bear with me just a second. I'll grab that, and we're just going to squeeze, hopefully, just a little tiny dot of hot glue. And there we go. That might be more than a little dot. It's going to kind of ooze a little bit, and that's fine. Just stick this one on top, kind of get it sandwiched to where they're even. Okay, you might have some hot glue oozing out. That's fine. You can just pick it off once it dries. You can kind of just use your fingernail and get that. Okay, and we're going to do another little dot. Whoop. Something about that first squeeze of hot glue out just kind of squirts out and oozes everywhere. But you see, that wasn't difficult. They're not going to be exactly even, but you just get them as even as you can, because that hot glue, just kind of hold them for like a few seconds till that hot glue dries, and that's it. Now they're going to stay together. Just kind of scrape that excess hot glue off, and you'll see now they'll sit on the top like that, which is what we're headed for. But I don't want them. I guess you could leave them natural if you wanted, but I wanted to paint mine, so I did that already. Got a little red stack and a little blue stack, and so now we're just going to hot glue them onto the top. And I'm going to take this part is a little more, just, it's okay if it oozes, just going to try to put a little dot on the bottom of those 2, and we're just going to kind of get it in the center and push it down. And you might have to hold it for a second, get all the wispies off, and just let that sit. And then we'll do the red one. And again, any extra glue, once it dries, you can kind of wisp it off. But there we have it. Look at that cute little star. And I'll grab our jars. I'm going to have to fill them. And then, isn't that cute? Love it. Let's get our red one. And there you have it. That was super easy. And these are going to look really cute on my counter filled with some treats for the kiddos. So I hope you try this at home. Super easy.